Good evening, YouTube. I just wanted to take a moment and talk about an actress from the 1980s. I always like to speak about actors and actresses from the 1980s because I grew up in the 1980s. Well, this actress, she was an overnight success. Of course, it did take 39 years for her to become an overnight success. MSN called her one of the female villains we admire. She started out in life as a debutante from a blue blood family. She decided at the age of 4, after seeing a movie with her father called The Petrified Forest, that she wanted to become an actress. In the 1960s, she was a coordinator for the NFL awards dinners. She actually hired a young Dustin Hoffman as her messenger boy. At age 59, she received an Oscar nod for Throw Mama from the Train, and that lady was Ramsey. Of course, you might know her from The Goonies as Mama Fratelli. Well, after she actually wrapped that movie, The Goonies, she had like a chronic sore throat. And later she just kind of ignored this sore throat, and later she actually felt a lump on her throat. And she finally went to the doctor, and it was cancer. And they had to remove part of her tongue. Of course, that surgery left her with a speech impediment and a drooling condition that she dismissed as manageable. She was just happy to be alive, and actually used her condition to craft her character so memorable the Academy nominated her for Best Supporting Actress. And of course, unfortunately, cancer did return in 1988. And she passed away at 59. Unfortunately, she did die, but you think what she had to endure, and that she used her disadvantages as her advantage. That's what I think about. You know, when I was growing up, I grew up with a speech impediment, so I had to take speech therapy all the way up from kindergarten up to the 6th grade. I remember my speech therapist in elementary school. Her name was Mrs. Shirts. And unfortunately, I could not pronounce Mrs. Shirts. I could not pronounce the R. And so it came out Mrs. Shits. Of course, I got made fun of by my cousins, and they kept on asking me, "How do you say her name? How do you say?" And of course, I repeat it because I thought I was saying it correctly. I know there is a verse in the Bible, and it's found in John chapter 9. Verse number 2. Teacher, his disciples asked him, "Why was this man born blind? Was it a result of his own sins or those of his parents?" And Jesus answered and said, was not because of his sins or his parents' sins. He was born blind so that the power of God could be seen in him. So even though each and every one of us may have some kind of, maybe a speech impediment, or maybe we're blind, or maybe we have some kind of deformity, we may have like a cleft lip or something, God designed it so that we could show His power, what He can do through us. And like I said, I did have a speech impediment, and sometimes you'll notice that I do speak slowly, and that's because I'm trying to choose my words correctly And I know that there's some words that I cannot pronounce because I still am overcoming that speech impediment. And sometimes I do stutter, but I'm letting God use me. So if you like the content, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and of course, subscribe. And I thank you, and God bless.